are the muses, goddesses of the arts,
and proclaimers of heroes,
and pirates, and villains,
and allies,
and eels,
and aliens,
and princesses,
and inventors.
Oh, man. And there's a lot of these glimmers out here.
honestly.
Hello, and welcome to the Lorcana Muses podcast. I'm Brittany,
I'm Stephanie.
and Kimber is not here today.
Womp womp. It's been a while since all three of us have been in the same room together. I'm thankfully recovered from having strep throat, but bear with me if my voice starts to go a little bit. And we'll miss Kimber.
Yes, we will. The perks of being a teacher.
Yeah.
So we've had kind of a crazy, wild week.
Yeah.
I think we say that often, but we're just busy. But in the world of Lorcana, I played so much Lorcana this past week. Now, it was my fall break, and so I spent most of my extra time thinking about Lorcana and planning about Lorcana and playing at lots of different stores and just spending a lot of time just having fun playing the game. I had started getting in my head a lot, I think, about the game recently. And I really focused on the parts of the game that I really enjoy, which is the camaraderie and the amount of people that I meet. Those are my favorite parts, along with the fact that the game is fun. But like part of the reason why I think the game is fun is because I love meeting people. And that's like the extrovert in me. But I think that I was allowing my competitive side to come through a little bit too much sometimes. Or I was overthinking interactions with people before this. And so this last week kind of brought me back to, the core of why I like Lorcana. So I really appreciated that.
That's awesome. I love to hear it because I know I was seeing it in real time, the messiness that was going inside your brain.
Oh, yeah. No, my face does not, I do not telegraph my thoughts very well. I'm not really good at masking.
Our face has subtitles and you can always read them.
Yeah, so I am very bad about that. So I'm really trying to be better about not letting frustration go on my face. And it's not even necessarily always about gameplay or like the person I'm playing against. Sometimes it's I'm frustrated with myself with how I played or something. And so I really try to not let my face show that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard. And sometimes you do need to kind of go back. And it's funny listening to like Smorkana or even some of our older episodes where it's just a really silly episode kind of helps me get out of that. Like, oh, yeah, it's just a game. It's here to have fun. I need to stop.
No, for sure. Like, I mean, we can take this game seriously.
Yeah.
And we can love it in lots of different ways. But we have to just keep reminding ourselves that that's what we want to see. We want to see the fun and everybody contributing to that fun.
Yeah. Well, before we dive deeper into such jams and every thing like that, we wanted to just do a few housekeeping items and remind everybody of our theme night coming up in October, and that's Villains Night.
So that's Villains Night at North Valley Games in Mesa. So where we record our podcast and we go to our what we call our locals because it's our favorite store to play at, but it will be on the last Saturday in October. And so we're excited for that. Kids are welcome.
Yeah. We'll be dressed up in costume. We'll have snacks and candy. Just a reminder for anybody who does plan to attend, 3 colors are allowed. And every single card has to be villain or villain themed or the allies of villains.
Yeah. So
excited for that. And then in November, I've been working really hard with some other communities or some other locals in Phoenix to kind of all get together so that we can build like a theme night for everybody. So you don't have to just build one theme deck per store and only be able to play that one deck once. So starting in November, a bunch of our stores are going to get all on the same page with our theme nights, and we're going to have monochromatic night.
Which sounds interesting. I really want to choose Ruby, but it's hard to play that as a solo color.
I want to do steel. Like, my heart says steel, but also there's not a lot of heavy lore in steel. So I'm like, oh no.
Well, and there's a lot of heavy lore in Ruby,
Yeah.
but a lot of it's uninkable. And so I feel like really difficult about that. Yeah, and then a lot of characters that already come in damaged and things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, now I can't heal them.
It's it'll be, I think, a fun challenge for everybody. And as of right now, there are 4 different stores are participating, and we're working on getting more. So stay tuned for more details on that. We're really excited to do this. I think it'll bring a lot more of the community together and bring more people out. Like, people who normally go to North Valley will then now travel to Gamers Guild and vice versa. So I'm very excited. We're very excited as the store ambassadors are working together doing this. So
Yeah, and I mean, and if you don't live in Arizona, that's probably a good idea to maybe, if your locals are thinking about doing theme nights, and if you have lots of stores that are in like a nearby vicinity, maybe you all kind of coordinate together to have lots of places that have, you know, a similar theme night for the month.
yeah, I cannot emphasize enough how amazing having like a Discord where we're all able to congregate and throw ideas at each other has been so helpful and so healthy for growing the community. So I definitely, whenever somebody asks me, you know, what can I do, start there, or start, you know, even if it's just a group chat, just start talking to each other. So, but other than that, we then have November 10th, our Enchanted Tournament, hosted by your Lorcana Muses. Again, also very excited that I'm very nervous for, because I've never hosted a tournament, but I think it'll be great. We have some great prizes that we'll be raffling off. We'll be doing some trivia, which we have been starting to share some trivia along the way in some of our podcast episodes, and we'll start sharing some nuggets here and there. So if you're listening, you already have an edge over the competition.
Yeah, no, so some of the trivia will be about us.
Yes.
But then some of the trivia will obviously be about Disney as well.
Disney movies or Disney Lorcana too. It's funny, this is definitely my husband's like bread and butter. He loves random facts, and if you ask Alex, he always has a random fact about anything. So even just the other day, I'm showering and getting ready to go to our set champs, and he's like, oh, this would have been a good trivia question. So it's just funny because I don't think like that at all.
Yeah, no, I love Disney trivia, so
Yes.
I'm pretty good at it. I think anyway. I'm kind of excited for this tournament just to see how it's kind of be weird, because this will be like the first Lorcana tournament that I haven't.
Yeah, though we're not playing in, but we're there.
But we're there, so it'll be fun. And I'm gonna act kind of like the judge as well, so like that'll be interesting, something new. Had to ask Alina for some pointers judging, you know. And I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I
know we keep saying we're excited, but I think it's just going to be a really fun night. And then you also get the chance to earn the Scrooge McDuck PSA 10, courtesy of the Marks.
Yeah. We have 3 other.
We have 3 other Enchanteds. We have a bunch of other stuff to raffle off, like Rise of the Floodborn packs and some First Chapter packs and
some Inkland
packs. So, I mean, come on out if you are local to Arizona, or if you just feel like traveling all the way to Arizona. It'll be November 10th. And just if you have any questions, let us know on any of our social medias. You can find us on
Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and X.
Yay!
If you just look for the Lorcana Muses podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and then on X, it's just the Lorcana Muses pod.
Yes. So, love interacting with you guys so much. And now, back to business.
Let's get down to business.
It goes through my head all the time whenever I'm like entering set champs, like, all right, let's go pump myself up with the Disney music.
They can find those who knew me.
Honestly. So speaking of set champs, you had 2 this weekend.
Yeah.
And I had 1.
I did really well.
You did really well that first one.
Yeah. And then it was really a big bummer because So I did really well. I got second, but they didn't get their pricing.
No, no.
And so I am taking it as a win, saying, hey, I won.
Yeah.
And even if I don't end up getting the physical card and the mat, like I'm counting it as a win. Now, Daryl ended up getting a card on Sunday at a separate one. So we have one for the household, but we're still counting it as we both won one this set because the pricing just ended up not happening, right? So like technically still won, just didn't get the card. And it might be where they actually do get it eventually, but as of right now, it does not look like it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But that's still, you guys, I mean, had some great players there and you did amazing.
Yeah, I was honestly super proud of myself.
Yeah.
I played probably the best I've ever played. And I've gone second before. This felt different. I felt really confident.
That's so awesome.
So I think that was part of it.
I did not do well on Sunday, but my anxiety was through the roof on Sunday.
What?
Some extenuating circumstances that we will not get into on the podcast happened, and it definitely affected my game. And I really tried to get out of my head.
Yeah,
I really did, but it could not get out of my head.
I was right there with you. I also, my anxiety, like I had to use my inhaler because my chest tightened up so tight, and it was bad.
It was, and I think that kind of go back into, I start beating myself up. So on Sunday, going home, I was really upset with myself. I couldn't calm down. Even when I got home, I was just like overtouched and didn't want to talk to, just really overstimulated.
Yeah.
And then I was like so angry because I knew that deck. I know the deck I'm playing. I did really well on Friday at our locals with that deck. So I was so mad. But then, just kind of laying back down and I was watching my current comfort show, which is One Piece. It just makes me feel silly and happy, and I was able to kind of calm down and realize I had fun nonetheless. I mean, it sucked, but I think talking through it with so many of our other people on that Discord helped me realize that it wasn't just me. And so, I don't know, that helped a little bit. So I thank the community on that day because I was able to okay, it wasn't me. I'm not crazy. I'm not overread, because I do that thing where I try to read the room and am I reading the room wrong? I'm always guessing oh my gosh, am I reading the room wrong? Am I reading this person wrong? It sucks having to mask, and I've talked about it a lot. So yeah, I appreciate you guys if you're listening. Arizona crew had my back.
No, I mean, I really appreciate our community and how we band together when things don't feel right.
Yeah.
So.
But say lovey. I'm not doing any more set champs, which kind of sucks. That was my one and done. But unfortunately, October is just so busy for me. I have no other time. Alex might do one this coming Saturday, but I have to get ready for a kid's birthday. So I just can't. I can't swing it. I got to put together all these goodie bags. All the Princess Peach things. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. I am playing this weekend on Saturday. I'm not going to play on Sunday. And then I'm not even sure if I'm playing the last weekend either. I still haven't signed up for anything from that last weekend.
Yeah.
Because we have our theme night on the 26th, so I'm not going to play on the 26th. And then that Sunday is the 27th, and I just don't know how I'm going to feel after hosting hosting the theme night on the 26th.
Yeah, and I mean, because it'll be a busy day, so because we have an all-day girls' day, which we're planning, and then dressing up in costume, and just kind of...
So it might just be a lot.
A lot. It'll be a lot. And then Friday is locals, and we can't miss locals.
Absolutely not. Unacceptable.
We're trying to figure out when to do our nails, and we're like, we can do it Friday, but we can't miss locals.
Do it Friday before we go to locals.
So, but all good things. I'm hoping that the next set champs I'll be a lot more like mindset and ready and can play a lot more than just one. I'm hoping that North Valley Games Mesa gets their opportunity to host one because I think it'd be a great one to host. Just because I know everybody who plays here, I know the store really well, and I think that helps. You're not in like a new environment.
Yeah, definitely a lot of players I don't think that you had played with before.
No, because that place, yeah, it was just in a different part of the valley that I don't go to. And so it was just a lot of new people. I will say all the people that were there were amazing. I cannot,
played.
it wasn't,
That's great.
the anxiety was not from the people.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
they're all so nice.
Yeah, it was really good. I think that the people at the set champs this weekend, at both set champs that I went to, just were really nice. And
Yeah.
I had overall positive interaction.
Yeah.
I will say I still had, some male fragility issues happening when I was beating, them especially on Saturday.
Yikes.
Just like my deck did exactly what it was supposed to do, and then
And they get so mad
so mad.
because one, you're a woman, and two, you're beating them with an off-meta deck.
Oh, beating them with an off meta deck and beating them like bad.
Badly. Yes, Brittany.
I was like, oh yeah. But then they just kind of made me feel bad about it. Like,
Gross.
right? Like they were like, I wish I could play the game. I wish I could play something. And I was just like, are you kidding me?
When they were the ones probably playing the Bucky Steel discard.
They weren't. They were playing a Steel song.
Oh, okay.
But
That also doesn't let you play the game by.
like I was like, they didn't like that I took out their Cinderella Book of Flower Letter said it singing a song. Like they didn't like that I Lady Tremained on turn 4. Like they didn't like that I was
Goodness gracious.
playing cards that had removal. Like removal is part of the game. It's a major part of the game. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you whining?
Great googly moogly. This is a card game.
I was just like, are you like, and then
Oh no.
he hyped me up to Daryl later saying that, oh, your wife was really good. Why didn't you tell me that? Why were you throwing a hissy fit when my deck was beating yours?
But then talking to your husband.
Talking to my husband.
Ugh. Gross.
Right here.
Gross.
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me? You know me? I could handle my
The male ego is such a fragile thing.
Are you? I was like, why? I do not understand.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like I get them huffing off. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
Right? No, it was during the game. It was in between the two, because it was a 2-game format. He lost the first one and it was like, oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe you got rid of my Robin Hood before I could do anything with it.
Insert eye roll here.
Yeah. And so then the next game, he was even more butthurt. And I was like, are you kidding? Like,
Oh my gosh.
and I
What a
was
baby.
so frustrated.
I have no patience for these, whoever you are, when you're like that. I get being frustrated that you're losing, because believe me, I was there Sunday. But I also enjoyed a lot of my opponent's decks. And for the most part, I was like, that sucks, I lost. But honestly, you built a really great deck.
Right?
That was so cool.
Yeah, I played against an Emerald Sapphire deck on Sunday. That was so well built.
Yeah.
And so much fun playing against it because it was something I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
And I was like really curious about it. He got 2 Tamatoas out on me at the same time.
That's awesome.
It was awesome and so frustrating because I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah. I played somebody who had a Sapphire Steel deck, and it was on the Sapphire Chromicon, which I don't see anybody play.
Oh.
And then it had the Pacha that gains lore off of locations and items. So it was a lot of locations and items, which my deck is not built to handle.
Oh.
He said he has only 12 characters in his entire deck.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's why.
So I was like, that. I mean, I lost the first game, but I knew, thankfully, I had to just lore quicker than him in second game.
Yeah.
And I've teched for that, so I won the second game. But oh my gosh, I was like, I want to see your deck. That looks so cool.
Yeah, that's so fun. So, I mean,
I know we love off meta. Even though I play a meta deck, but I haven't played Still Song in a hot minute, guys.
yeah, I was really excited. And I played some people that were really nice and really good.
That's awesome.
It was really funny because there's a friend of ours, David. I played him 6 times.
I'm sure he loved it.
The place we played at, I played.
Oh no.
It was insane. And like on Saturday, I was in the top 8 with him, and I knocked him out at the top 8 on Saturday. And so I was like, "What is going on? I'm so sorry."
That's so funny.
But it was like he had made very incremental changes to his deck throughout the week, and I had made grand sweeping changes to mine. As I played night after night, I was like, "Okay, I'm going to improve this, and now I'm going to improve this, and now I'm going to improve this."
I like that.
Throughout the week. And I think that's part of why I was so confident going into the weekend, is because I had played so much throughout the week and knew where the weaknesses were lying.
Yeah.
So the only deck I hadn't played against, unless we were talking about the off-meta decks that we encountered, was the Emerald Steel. And I think I had teched enough against it originally that I was okay. And then I did play it on Saturday, and I went 1-1 with it. And honestly, like 1-1 with against that deck was what I was hoping for.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because they got the perfect discard package
of course
off on me in the second game, and there was just no way around it.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't top deck enough to get what I needed out. But the first game, I was able to play it through and get my draw package in before they got everything discarded. So it went really well.
That's so fun. I love that. I know my Emerald Steel doesn't have the discard package in it, but it has the bounce package, and I love it so much. It's so fun, which I was like, after Sunday, I was thinking about, I could go Amethyst Emeralds with complete bounce.
Oh,
The look on your face.
I don't know about that. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, you don't think so?
No.
I found a couple of lists that other people have built, and I would change it because I like to put my own spin on a lot of these decks, especially if I'm going to play a meta deck. That one's not really, I guess not really meta. I haven't seen a ton of it, but I'm excited. I've never really played much of Amethyst.
I played Amethyst Ruby
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks, and I was on it.
I played Amethyst Ruby when it first came out with set 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. I liked all the bouncing characters. And then I was like, and then I moved on from it. But now with the Emerald Chromicon is so much fun. And then Lyle Tiberius Rourke making you lose lore. I was like, ooh, I could go full bounce. And be like, Tigger. What's the greatest thing about Tiggers?
He's the only one.
Exactly. I could be the only one doing it. I'm not the only one doing it, but I'll tell myself that.
I mean, because like my deck, I don't think anyone runs exactly kind of what I run.
No.
And I posted it on Instagram, but it's different now than the one that I posted on Instagram. Well, not by like a significant amount, but by enough that I think made grand enough changes. Some people are asking me like, why did you put in the medallion weights? Like, why do you have the lanterns? And honestly, those are what won me games.
Yeah, the lanterns, I think putting in the docks helped you. Or doing 2 and 2.
Yeah, I did 2 of the Gaston discount.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the dock discount. And then kept 4 Plutos. And but the shift for Pluto, nobody's expecting that.
I love the shift for Pluto.
And that Pluto bodyguard won me a few games.
Yeah, it did.
Because he's got 8 health.
And he heals himself.
Which so you have to take him out in one go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a nasty card.
I had a lot of fun.
It was fun.
And I think that was my best weekend of set champs, I think, that I've had since we started playing. So, in terms of my gameplay itself.
Yeah.
So, and just how well it went. Now, okay, so Daryl and I ended up at top 2, right at the first store. And we just went home. Like, we didn't actually play it out. But we had gone 1-1 earlier in the day. And, he wanted to win. So
So you let him win.
So I just let him on a technical standpoint, like
That's fair.
taking home the prizing anyway. But if we played it out,
You might have won.
might have won. So, but he also,
Put it out there in the universe.
but he also might have won. Like we were pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
So, and it was 3-game format for top.
Yeah.
So, we never would have known, but we were so tired.
I bet. Those days are so long. That's another thing that I'm just not my favorite. I like the, only a couple hours here and there when you go to league. So
That's fair. I think following our rules that we put out in our previous episodes, right? Making sure you have food, you have water, making sure that in between rounds you're doing what you need to do to re-energize yourself and recenter your thinking. I think that's always helpful. I will say I played long games this last weekend, like long ones.
yeah.
Because I'm generally pretty fast, but these games went pretty long. And so that was kind of interesting for me. It's like a big change.
Yeah. Well, whenever I play Ruby Sapphire, it is a long game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's like to do. I don't know how I would do if I had like every single round was long.
Yeah.
So I really count on that, like in between.
Every round, but it
That's
was
good.
most rounds.
Yeah.
Only had like 5 minutes at the end, if that.
Yikes.
Yeah, that first game at on Sunday went 2 turns.
Yeah.
Went to turn.
Yeah, I do remember that. You were sitting right behind me. I was like, dang, girl.
It was a long. Yeah,
It was a long
I was
weekend.
playing against a Ruby Sapphire.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is taking so long. And I mean, and I don't have a slow deck, but I also don't have a fast deck anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's faster than a lot of people, but it's not necessarily a fast deck. But yeah, I liked it. It's always fun when you're winning, but it's fun when you're just playing the game too. I just love seeing new decks and new people. There were some kids there. It's not really kids.
We're just old.
We're just old. There are some like early 20s
Yeah.
kids.
We're just old.
I was like, there that it was like their first set championship or their first tournament at all.
Yeah.
And they were just had no idea what to expect, and they did pretty well. So like they won the guy. He was like, "I'm so happy that I won one."
Oh.
Because he won one game.
Oh, okay.
He was just excited.
He was just excited to win.
Because like he had only played for a few weeks.
That's awesome.
So he was just like, I just wanted to win a game. Just like that's all I wanted to do. And I'm like, that's a good mindset to come into it with, is be like, I just want to win once.
Yeah, no, that's so fair. I was so done on Sunday, but we got our prizing for participating and placing something. I don't even remember what I placed, but the exciting thing to come out of that weekend was Alex pulling an Enchanted.
Yeah,
I have to now count as like my Enchanted because I'll never pull the Enchanted.
I mean, you're all non-countable.
Yeah, so he pulled his favorite Enchanted, the Piglet Sturdy Swordsman. So the set for Steel card. We already have one of him, so now we have 2. I'm very excited. He's so cute.
He's really cute.
I wish he was a little more playable.
Yeah, he's not a very playable card.
No, I tried. We both tried making it work in a deck, and because we're on the mindset, if you have an Enchanted, play with it. Because what else are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I mean, we traded for me to play with my Super Group Enchanted. Yeah.
So,
like the only Enchanteds I won't play with are like the set championship ones
or Elsa.
And then honestly, we have other ones, but I just won't play with them because we have like the regular versions of them, and like any of our set 1 ones,
No,
we're not going to play with just because they're expensive.
that's fair. Not me. If I ever get Big Tink from set 1, I am playing with her and showing her.
I can see the Big Tink, but like we have like
She's
set
beauty.
1 Cinderella.
She is Grace.
She'll punch you in the face.
She'll punch you in the face. I love her so much. I love that art so much.
Yeah. So it's definitely it's a personal choice. Like
Absolutely.
like our Elsa, never, right?
Well, it's graded too, so you would have to crack
I'd
it.
have to crack it. it loses half its value, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure there's collectors out there listening to us like, oh my God, they play with the whites. But I think it's fun. Like I have one Hades Enchanted 2 from the first set, which is King of Olympus. And I absolutely love him. I don't have a deck built. I used to have a deck built around him and I would play with him if I had it, but right now he's just show off.
That's a fun card.
It's a fun card. It's a great card. It's the card that made me like, oh, I want to play this game. This looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Enough about set champs because I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it. we're kind of tired of talking about it. No, I'm just kidding.
We talk forever.
We could talk forever. We do talk forever most times. We hang out and then our husbands are like, where's our wife? Oh, she's still at that. She's still at Brittany's house, or she's still at Stephanie's house.
Yeah.
We have a lot of cards to go through for reveals because a lot was dumped today in this last week.
Yeah, and then I mean,
drum roll, please. We get to reveal a card. Yay!
We are going to reveal this in next week's episode.
Yes.
So you have to wait a little bit longer.
But we've already been dropping some hints on some of our Instagram and Twitter posts. We just today dropped like a full like teaser video on it. So
just keep an eye out. We'll keep dropping hints over the next week. And we will talk about and explain the card in our podcast episode next week, which will drop on its normal Thursday time.
Mm-hmm.
But we will do the picture reveal on Thursday during the day.
Yes.
On Instagram and X.
Yes. So you can see the card reveal next Thursday on all of our social medias, and then you can hear all about our exciting card next episode.
So yeah, we'll talk about what we think you will be able to do with the card, and we'll talk about maybe the characters within the cards or what have you to kind of
what color is the card,
yeah,
what energy is there,
what could it do in a deck. We'll talk about all that with our card next week.
Yes. Yay. But for now, we got lots to look at.
Yes. So we had a lot of cards revealed in the last couple of days.
And a lot of little nuggets of lore. I'm like, my head is spinning.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know us, we love the lore.
I know.
Story is one of our big...
It's so funny is when the card is revealed, I don't even look at like what it does. I'm like, what's the lore?
It's like, what's
the flavor text?
That's where I'm like, when they get released in other languages, I'm like, I can't read that story.
Oh, I had to go to Google Lens. Let's shout out to Google Lens.
Yeah,
love it so much.
It's like people will translate what the card does, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
that
we do, but we don't.
But like, we care about what the card does, but we care about what the story is saying even more, especially when we don't know all the cards yet, because I want to put together the story as it's being revealed.
Oh, I do too. And we've had so many good cards revealed, and I'm really excited about all the like what's happening in the Azurite Sea, because a lot is happening. There's a lot of different pirates going around. I know I'm gonna always bring up One Piece because again it's my current comfort show, but it reminds me a lot of One Piece because it's a pirate show, right? So it just makes me happy. I want to talk about real quick the Hades that was dropped because that's some of my favorite art in a long time.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So Danny Mignone, I believe is how you pronounce his name. If I'm butchering that, I am so sorry. However, he did an amazing job with this Hades. He's looking at one of the like fallen Olympians, thank you, from the underworld. And he's like glowing with the green on his hands. I love what the card does. So I personally think I would try to make this deck. I do see it more with an Emerald Amethyst deck because you could use that Emerald Hades that lets you exert and banish a character of the same name to play a character of that name.
Yeah.
I hate that he's unlinkable, but, you know, I will always do my best as the theme, you know, casual girly to make these theme decks for you guys. So he's lots of fun.
Yeah, I really like the from last Wednesday when so like right after we had recorded last week's episode, the Jasmine that got the Emerald Jasmine who
Oh, yes, the Royal Commodore.
Yeah, so when you play this character, if she was shifted, return all other exerted characters to their player's hands.
Yes.
Like, that is
Yes.
that emerald bounce effects. But like all exerted characters, like that's insane.
That's insane.
And she's only a shift 5.
Yeah, she's a Sip 5. She's a beefy girl. She's got 5/5 health.
Yeah.
She lures for 2. I mean, come on.
We always love
She's inkable.
that when a card can't be Medusa'd.
Oh, yes. Or, yeah.
I mean, it can be Lady Tremaine if you.
Yes, it's
But-
the only character. But you could put Ward on her with other cards.
Yes, if you put her in like an Emerald Sapphire build,
Mm-hmm.
that might be a good thing to have.
And then we have a fun location. We started to get a lot more rescue rangers, which again I love. I'm still holding out that we'll see Zipper and Monterey Jack too, because they're my 2 favorite characters from Rescue Rangers. I love them so much.
Wait, you're telling me you love a character that loves cheese?
Cheese! Oh my gosh, I used to love that. I love cheese. But the Rescue Rangers Submarine is a Sapphire card. 2, again, inkable. We love to see it. 8 health is nothing to scoff at.
No, absolutely.
And it's only pay 1 to move there. And at the start of your turn, if a character is here, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and insert it. So a lot more help with ramping.
Because Sapphire needed ramping.
Of course they did. I'm not even a Sapphire player usually, but I love it.
No, I love it. I also just love the art on it because, you know, it shows some more of the Azurite Sea. I mean, we're assuming.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Does that
see
right? It's in a submarine. But I'm hoping to be able to like zoom in on it with a magnifying glass and look at all the little details on.
You should see me because when we open a new set, we put a play set in our binders. So the last 5 sets that are currently out for the last like week and a half, I've just been opening them and like, okay, what can I find? What nuggets are here that they've been telling us?
You're like, what have they told us already that we haven't seen?
I know. I'm like, I need more. I love this story. Guys, you guys are killing it over there with the story. The genie card that was released was fun because he's getting his cuffs removed, which always makes me feel like, oh, he looks naked now. He's naked. No, it's so fun. I love that scene in the movie, and to have it on a card is really great. Even though he's uninkable, I don't think it's a bad cost for him.
No, I don't think so.
Because he is a 2/4, he quests for 2, and he's warded.
Yeah, Ward is always kind of great. I really liked that Bellwether card that was introduced.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yeah, so she's a 3/2/3. During your turn, each time a card is added to your inkwell, an opposing character of your choice gets reckless.
Yeah.
As of her next turn. So it's kind of like any time that you're adding ink. So I think that this would work. So I just like that would be really good synergy for like an Emerald Sapphire.
Yeah, I mean, and it goes great with the Night Howler card that was released this set, too.
Absolutely.
So, and then you have...
That goes directly with her.
Right? And then you have that location, the jungle forest, that gives everybody reckless when they're hurt. So I can definitely see like a reckless, hurt, damage kind of deck building here.
And then keep the Lyle in there.
Yeah. I mean, you're always making them lose lore, which is so fun.
Yep.
Speaking of not playing the game. And then we have cute little Simba. He's fun.
I think he's just another like cheap prince.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a vanilla card, but we love vanilla cards.
We do.
I am looking a lot more at vanilla cards because I've been getting my daughter into playing it more. And while she's still learning how to read and how to interact with a lot of the mechanics, I kind of put a little bit less cards in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because she does, I mean, she understands everything. But when you get to a point where you are doing like 5 things at once and you have to think about the bag, that's a lot for a concept for a 6-year-old. So I try not to do that to her.
Yeah. Let's just talk about Heathcliff. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. That's a wild card to me.
Okay. First of all, the art. Okay. This is a combo card, so it has two artists that worked on it. So Veronica Di Lorenzo and Livio Cacciatore. I am super butchering those, and I very much apologize. But Heathcliff, like, he's an amazing character from Big Hero 6, and I'm happy that they have him on the
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that he is awarded for 3/3 requests for 2. Any cards that are awarded are great, but like that's a really good stat line for a awarded card.
No, I agree. It's a great card. Another one that came out, Prince Naveen, Carefree Explorer.
I love the fireflies in that.
Okay, I was gonna say I like the fireflies. There's something about his face that's like getting to me.
I think it's like the frenemy card, right? The frenemy.
Yeah.
He like gave him a little bit of an odd face. I think it's an angle thing. Like his face is turned, and so his angle is off.
That's fair. I mean, I love Prince Naveen, so he can do no wrong. I would love to see him and Tiana in their frog forms, though. I love that we're seeing the humans, I guess, version of them. They are humans. Don't get me wrong; he's a very handsome man to look at. But the frogs were so pivotal to their movies. So
yeah, I'm wondering if we'll see them as shift cards.
yeah. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that may be something. And then Chief Bogo.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that there's already a meme going around with him.
Oh yeah,
It's the new Drake meme.
I love. He's just like he has so much admiration for Gazelle.
I know we love a good like support card, so that's a great support for the Gazelle for set 5.
Yeah,
Who's a singer. Super fun.
He's so funny.
He's so sweet. He's a big softie.
He's a big softie. We love to see it. And then we have some really good just like additional characters. So like the Dawson, who's from the Great Mouse Detective.
Mm-hmm.
A 4/3/4 quest for 2, good vanilla card. And then we have a Goofy. Goofy has Ward, and each time he quests, he can choose a character to gain Ward.
I know.
That is an insane ability.
That is a great ability. And he can quest for 3. He's a 1/4, 5 inkable.
Yeah.
I love that Goofy. And Goofy we trust.
Absolutely. And then the art on that card again, like these artists are killing it.
They are killing it.
I love that it's, him being a naval carpenter, right? That's so cute. And it's very, very goofy.
It is very goofy. So I'm going to skip this card and so we can talk about it at the end. This amethyst card, and we'll talk about the rest.
Okay.
We have Mickey Mouse, Courageous Sailor. He's so cute. He looks so lost.
He does look so lost.
I hope he finds his people soon.
Well, I'm kind of curious, like, where is he going? Right? Like, is that a gate? Is it a ship? Like, where is he going?
Well, and he's got to make it. He's saying in the card, like, the crew is counting on me. So
Yeah.
I wonder if he's, like, hauling something.
Maybe he needs to get something.
Yeah. Ooh. There's Helping Hand Action Sapphire.
Yeah, so giving any character support,
Yes.
I feel like is helpful. I still don't think support as a mechanic has been fully fleshed out yet.
Yeah.
Like, I still feel like it's too easy to remove support characters as, like, when they're there, but, like, in conjunction with, like, Ward or in conjunction with characters that give other characters Ward, I think it'd be something that would be helpful. But this is also, you can draw a card. The fact that it's uninkable, though, only I feel like is okay because it's in Sapphire already.
Yeah, and it's, you only have to pay 1 for it, so it's not a high cost uninkable.
And I just love that it's the baby Judy Hopps. She's so cute.
And she's so sweet. I love her.
When you're making the world a better place, every little thing helps.
We have finally some Ruby cards getting revealed. I know you've been waiting for those.
I have been. So, like, along with that Mickey, right? Like,
We have the gold coin.
so the gold coin is interesting to me because you banish the item and you ready a character of your choice. So this would be really good, I think, in a Ruby aggro deck, right? Or you can use it to attack twice with a character, which I feel like is also something that's useful in a Ruby deck.
Yeah, definitely.
So
we have our boy Basil. He's all hypnotized. I'm so sad.
I know, it's kind of wild to me. Like, but this one is a very interesting card.
Yes.
It has so much lore in it.
I know the flavor text.
Footprints from a large owl with droplets of water? Clearly some avian menace has crossed the Azurite Sea and absconded with the crown.
Yes.
So
an owl is so curious to me because there's not very many owl characters in Disney.
there really isn't.
I'm like, is Owl from Winnie the Pooh?
I mean,
Is he being a menace?
he's the most well-known Disney owl.
Yeah, otherwise you have Big Mama from Fox and the Hound.
Not a very well.
No,
You have for releasing Fox and the Hound in this set, which is
we might. We have the owl from Bambi, like Mean Barn Owl. And then you do have Owl House as an IP.
and like for me, like I don't know anything about that IP at
Yeah,
all, and I know
it is a newer
I know that
show.
makes me, and I know that, but it just doesn't feel well known enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's a well-known, beloved show for a lot of people, and especially the newer generation. My daughter watches it. Her whole class seems to watch it. So, and I know I would like it. So it's been on my to watch list, but as I've gotten older, obviously I watch more adult shows and not always just Disney shows. But I'd be interested because I know back when a couple of cards were revealed with the Captain Hook pirate, there was that map with a symbol on it, and a lot of people are like, it looks like the Owl House symbol, and I definitely see it. But it also looks like a Kakamora symbol, so it could be the Kakamora, and we have Kakamora already.
Yeah, and I honestly like it could be not an owl.
Yeah.
Right.
And it could be something else differently.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, you know what? I just thought about this.
What?
Maybe it's this. Maybe it's a shift. Hey, hey.
Come on. Hey!
Yes, I just thought about this. Like, just had this revelation because it could be a large hey, hey.
Oh my gosh, the Sapphire Hey is going to be such a chunky boy. I said that.
I'm just saying, like, that makes sense.
Yes. Ooh.
Another bird.
I love
The art.
that theory.
Okay. Sorry. I
No.
just thought about it.
It's a great theory. Sapphire Hey is
Yeah.
coming for all of us.
Yes, absolutely.
Moving on, we have another Alice card, and so I know Alice in Wonderland is such a big, like, beloved movie for so many people. So a very happy unbirthday, which is such a great card. Like, I love it so much.
Well, and I love the magic flying through the.
Yes. So each opponent puts the top 2 cards of their deck in their discard pile. So we're kind of starting to introduce that, like, you're milling decks and getting rid of your opponent's deck, and that's how you win.
Like more support for mill deck
Yeah.
for sure. Especially for like a 1 cost.
Yeah.
Then we have some really exciting cards. Okay, so Winnie the Pooh was my, like, I know I'm a big Disney kid, right?
Yeah.
Like so many of these were some of my favorite, but like when I was really young, Winnie the Pooh was my absolute favorite. And so, but specifically, I loved Piglet.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Rabbit.
I love Rabbit.
And so they released a Rabbit pirate card today.
And I love him so
And
much.
I love him so much because he's indignant. Like, just the face that he has on is such a rabbit face. And
I think so many of our generation loves Winnie the Pooh. I remember my mom and dad would drop me at my grandma's house before work every morning, and she was like, I'm not ready to wake up with this child yet. And I would watch the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh on the Disney Channel. I loved that show.
yeah, me too.
So I'm very excited for Rabbit too.
Yeah.
And then the Pooh pirate ship.
It's so cute.
So cute. I love it.
Yeah, and I love that you can see the Piglet captain is in the water.
It's in the water. Poor Piglet. Alex's favorite character is Piglet.
But I love that it says it's the friendliest.
I was just gonna say the friendliest ship on the Azurite Sea is such a cute little flavor text.
Yeah, it's not a bad card.
No.
Right? Like returning pirate characters from your discard. So like if your pirates get removed, it's a return of your pirate.
Yeah.
And I'll be making a pirate deck.
So I want to make a pirate deck.
So
I love it.
There's so many more pirates are being removed.
Oh goodness. But I also like this set has me. I want to make so many new decks because with this other new card, Mama Odie and Amethyst, I want an Amethyst Sapphire deck. I want to go blurple with it.
I mean, I think it's like between this and the and like the healing stuff from the, because I don't think moving damage tokens count as healing for the Baymax. There we go.
For Baymax.
For Baymax, like I don't think it counts the same way, but like I still think it's a viable.
Yeah, it's a fun combo. And then we have Scar, another great looking card.
Okay, so Daryl's not excited about this card. I think this card has a lot of potential because there are many cards in Ruby that allow you to gain more lore or have more attack power when they are injured. And so I think that this is going to have some great synergy with some of those cards that aren't played a lot right now.
Yeah.
And I play Teeth and Ambitions. So, like, I love the fact that this is, like, Teeth and Ambitions on a body.
On a body.
Yeah, the fact that it's not a May ability does kind of damper playability overall. So I wouldn't play this if it was the only card I had in hand.
Yeah, because it would banish it right away.
Right away. Unless it was what I had to do to banish something else on the other side.
Right.
Like, it was, like, toward the end of the game or something. But it's also another Scar character, and you know us, we love our villain cards.
It just looks so menacing.
It does, and I think that the colors on this card, I love, like the green in the background and how the hyenas look intense. So I'm very excited about this one.
Rafiki in Amethyst comes with more lore. Again, the owl is mentioned. Or hey.
Right?
So it says the signs, they never lie. The snake thinks he's planned for everything. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, no.
Huh?
He forgot about the owl. There's hope yet.
So maybe it is an owl because
Because Rafiki would know.
He would know.
Right? He's in the Tree of Life, which I hope the Tree of Life is a little card or a location or something because I love that.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Disney park besides because I love Disneyland. But
you love Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom's my favorite. It was my favorite.
Yeah, no, I think Animal Kingdom is fantastic.
And then we have John Silver, another pirate. Ooh, shocker.
I mean, pirates are awesome.
No, he's great. I like him. Alex was already like brewing and wheeling and dealing when I was like talking about this car and revealing it. He went to go pick up the kids from school and he was texting me while he was waiting in line, like, what about this with him and this with him? So I'm like, oh my goodness. No, I'm so tired of the Ruby Steel. But whenever this character quests, you may deal damage to one of your other characters, then ready that chosen character. He can't quest for the rest of his turn. So, not a bad thing.
No.
Especially if you even did this with like Ruby Amber, then you could just heal and your characters are safe because they're ready.
Interesting. I wonder if I was thinking about that just now.
And then we have Mickey Mouse, a steel card with Pluto. He's so cute.
He is cute.
I feel like we don't have enough of just like Mickey as Mickey and not Mickey as like a captain or Mickey, which I love.
Yeah, I mean, like we have like classic Mickey in like the Amber card, like the
we do
set, right? Just classic Mickey. But past that, no, he's doing a lot of other things. But I love this because this is showing like that bond between him and Pluto.
Yes, and this is a great Amber Stale synergy because there's so many Pluto cards in the Amber.
We don't need Amber Steel synergy. That's not a thing that needs to happen.
More, yes. So going back to that card I said I would skip, because it's really throwing the community for a loop, I think, is the Mystical Tree, Mama Odie's house. Now, this card itself is fine. It's a 2 inkable, 1/7. At the start of your turn, you may move 1 damage counter from chosen character here to chosen opposing character. And at the start of your turn, if you have a character named Mama Odie, gain 1 more. So great. Love the Mama Odie synergy. But if anybody notices, this card is number 69 out of 204. And in every other set, 69 is the start of the emerald cards.
Absolutely.
So, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. We have had like a standard for 5 sets, right?
Yeah.
And my spreadsheet, I was like looking at it for an hour when this dropped because I thought I must have misnumbered. I must have missed one. Like, why is Amethyst have 1 more card than supposedly all the other colors? And then somebody on Twitter was like, hey, they confirmed, or somebody is like thinking and brewing that like, nope, this is meant to happen. But all the colors will still align somehow, which doesn't make sense to me. Because we have 204 cards. Like, it still says out of 204.
I still think each color is going to get the same amount of cards.
But how? Make it make sense.
Are
we taking 1 card from each?
Maybe some are at the beginning, some are at the end. Maybe 2 are at the beginning, 2 are in the middle, and 2 are at the end.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of ways that...
Or are we getting a new color?
Oh, I don't think there's enough cards left for a new color, but are we getting colorless cards?
Well, that's what I meant.
Are we getting multicolor cards?
Yeah.
Are we getting cards that have no color and act as a whole completely different part of the game?
Yeah.
What?
I'm so confused.
I was so excited about it.
I'm so excited.
They're always keeping us on our toes.
They really are. Every time you're like, okay, we got this down. They're like, no, you thought.
They're like, ha ha ha, joke's on you.
So, yeah, okay. My poor spreadsheet is like 69 question mark. Yeah, I think colorless cards are like double colors, or it depends on what deck you're running, what color it is.
Well, is each set getting 33 cards? Is each set getting... I know, because like right now, each set gets
34. Yeah.
So is each set getting 33? Is each set getting 35?
I don't know. We have questions, Robbinsburg. Answer our questions. Of course, they'll make us wait too. Just watch.
I mean, we're making our listeners
sadistic. Oh, goodness. That was a lot of cards. I'm glad. I love reveal season. If I haven't said it, like, I know I say it every time, but I love it so much. It's so fun. It's fun to, like, talk with your friends, like, oh my gosh, what decks are you going to build? Or, well, for us, with the lore, it's like, what do you think is happening?
Yeah, like, where's the story going? Like, I just randomly thought of that hey thing as we're recording.
Right? Oh.
So I didn't even think of hey or when it was released.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So, lots happening. Kind of going... So we love cards, right? And we love thinking about what cards can do. Something we're going to start doing is watching some movies or IPs from Disney that aren't currently in Lorcana that we would like to see in Lorcana, and what cards we would think. Like, see if we could predict something going on out there.
Yeah, so we're going to do like a quick one for today. Because
our episode's running long, but I don't think you guys hate that. So
yeah,
we're playing around with the timing of these episodes. I'm really sad because at first I picked Thumbelina because that's one of my favorite kid movies as a kid. It is not Disney. It is by Fox. So, oops.
And she's like so excited, and I was like, I don't think that's Disney.
I was like, I had notes. I have a notebook in front of me.
She has extensive notes about the movie that is not a Disney movie.
So, but you know what is a Disney movie that I could rattle off the top of my head easily?
Let's go for it.
A Goofy movie.
What? There's been a Muses episode where we almost didn't talk about a Goofy?
Right? I didn't talk about it last episode because I wasn't there.
But
darn strep.
Sure, Kimber and I mentioned it.
You may have. But Goofy movie. So obviously it writes itself. Powerline singer.
Well, yeah.
Max Goof as Powerline could be a Floodborn or even Dreamborn, because I guess he is that in the movie. But he could be a shift target and be a singer.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I think the map that they use could be an item to help you get to locations, but like you have to go to specific locations, which might be a little hard to do, but we'll see. Lake Destiny is a great location to have. So is the Possum Park. How funny would that be? Oh my God. Like maybe you can't move Max there because he hated it so much. On the Open Road is a perfect like move a character for free
Action
song card.
or song.
Yeah. What else? I think that's what we're talking. Hi Dad Soup. Oh yes, Hi Dad Soup heals your character's name's Goofy. Writes itself. It writes itself, guys. Come on.
Come on.
If we're talking about an extremely goofy movie, which we've had previous guests who want in Lorcana, and I want it in Lorcana, then Max Goof as a BMX rider could be a Ruby or Emerald Evasive card, like a beefy guy.
Yeah.
I think Tank could be a steel card because he's just like, right? He's a tank.
He's a tank.
He's quite literally a tank. Bradley Uppercrest the Third.
Well, I'm just saying they're all racers.
Ooh, so they could go with the See, guys, come on. There's so many things. So many things.
But the Leaning Tower of Chiza.
And I don't know what it would do, but it needs to do something.
No, it has to be in there. Like
it has to be an item or an action.
Well, and then Andrew wants like Beret Girl, right? Like that.
Oh yes, Beret Girl has to be a character. I'm sure you guys will give her name because I seem to give everybody a name. Even when I'm like, I didn't know that character had a name.
Yeah, I actually don't. Does she have a name? I don't think so. But
did you know that in Lion King, there's only 2 characters that are named that have not been Lorcana cards?
I did not know.
Can you guess which 2?
Oh, it put me on the spot. Nala's a card? Nala's not a card.
Nala's a card.
She's definitely a card.
She's a promo card this set.
Oh my gosh, she totally is a promo card. So many of her. Oh my goodness. I feel like I should know this.
So it's Simba's mom, Sarabi.
Oh, Sarabi. Nobody would know how to spell it.
No. And then Nala's mom, who does have a name. She is called in the movie. I don't remember the name on the top of my head.
Yeah.
Again, Alex comes up with these weird things, and he's like, yeah, those 2 are the only cards that are named characters that don't have
Interesting, for sure.
So I was like, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Because I immediately thought of Simba's mom, Sarabi, because I love her name.
It's a beautiful name. I
didn't know about Nala's mom having, I guess we watched it real quick. And sure enough, Nala or Sarabi calls out her name in that scene where they're like talking about going to the elephant
graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which also needs to be a location.
Elephant graveyard, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
But okay, guys. So that was my movie, a goofy movie. I'm looking at my beautiful Loungefly bag that I'm gonna post on social media because I just got it, and it's
really
absolutely me.
Very stuff.
It's very me.
So I watched thinking about Pixar, and that's coming out in
2 years.
2 years. But I hadn't watched this movie yet, so that's part of the reason why I watched it. But I watched Elemental with Daryl.
Such a good movie.
It was really cute.
It made me cry.
I was crying like a baby.
Oh.
I think it was awesome.
My youngest, really liked that movie.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it yet, and so I was excited. Daryl and we came home from Tennis on Saturday and we watched it. So it was kind of like we needed the break. But it was a good break. It was nice and relaxing. But I felt like there were lots of interactions between, the different elements and the different element factions that would be kind of interesting for card interaction.
I can only think of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Water, air.
But no, seriously, like different interactions would be like, oh, this character does this much more damage to this type of character. Right? So like fire characters do more damage to, like wood-based characters or like the trees, right?
Or the brooms.
Or the brooms, right? So things like that where it had more of an interaction like against the specific types of characters. Just like there's like lots of cards that give buffs to characters, this could give different types of like negatives and positives.
I love that.
So that's what I was thinking.
It had such a good story overall.
Oh yeah, the story was really cute, and I liked like the story of acceptance, and it was kind of like the island that they all came to is kind of like an Ellis Island kind of vibe and things like that. And it was talking a lot about not losing your cultural identity as you're becoming part of a community that's mixed. And so I felt like it was a really like the story was good. I loved the main characters.
Oh yes, Ember and Wade are
Wade bawling all the time. Daryl was like, "Is he okay?"
And that's who he reminds me of. And Alex, I love you so much. You don't cry all the time, but you just are really emotional.
But emotional in a good way. He's very in tune with his emotions.
Yes.
Oh
my gosh, that end scene though, I won't spoil it, but when he was like trapped, well,
I was a mess.
But
yeah, no, like Ember having like a giant temper, like that would be great to have as like if she is damaged, maybe she gets so much more attack or things like that.
Yeah.
Or like her being a glass blower, like her glass blown
item base,
item, things like that. And I really loved her dad.
Oh, love her dad,
right? And he would be a great character card, just even as if just like a simple character, just because I think the art would be awesome. The mom being like a smoke seer, like it was so great. I just think there would be some really good characters in it. I don't necessarily know what items I would want or even locations other than the store, right? Because the family runs a store in it, but I think I didn't necessarily take as many notes as Stephanie did,
and I take that not seriously.
I've only ever watched the movie one time. It's not like a goofy movie that we've both seen.
Yes,
so we can
or Thumbelina, or rest in peace, Thumbelina.
It's not things that I could think about like that detailed. I was also very tired when I watched this movie.
No, it's so cute.
It was super cute, and I liked seeing all the different elements in a city. It reminded me a lot of Zootopia. In that instance, like one city where everybody's coming together. But yeah, so like fire, water, earth, and air kind of all live together. And I liked the sports teams.
Oh, I know.
Right? That was kind of fun, like with the interaction with the clouds. But I think it would be fun cards to have. Even if it's just like some character cards.
I can't wait for Pixar because there's so many good Pixar movies, newer and older, that I would love to see. So
yeah, no, Daryl still hasn't seen Coco, so like that'll be on our list of ones.
Last one for me.
I know
Coco's my mom's favorite.
So it's definitely on our list.
Coco's so cute. I do love Coco. I don't know if I could just like sitting here right now say which one is my favorite Pixar movie.
Toy Story.
Yes, I do love Toy Story.
But also
that's like an oldie but a goodie.
And
see, I was like whatever about Incredibles.
Nemo.
I love Finding Nemo.
A Bug's Life.
I love A Bug's Life. I did like Onward. Onward was really good.
Onward was really good. I liked Onward a lot.
I know that was kind of like hit or miss.
Favorite?
No.
But like, if I had to say like I would watch a movie over and over again, like I watched Toy Story so much. And like all of them. Like I've watched Toy Story 1 and 2
a lot.
So much. And then Toy Story 3 came out like when we were in
senior year of high schools. Right in the field.
Timeline where it's like, oh, this is when this is happening in his life.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It was a lot to process. Disney and Pixar over here, always making us like think about our lives.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
I love Disney movies, and we'll keep doing this, like little spurts of thinking about future cards and future movies that they could possibly have. I think the next one we should watch Pocahontas, since we know that one's coming out.
yeah, I want to do Pocahontas, and I know all of us kind of want to get together and watch The Black Cauldron too, because that's coming out.
And none of us have.
And none of us have seen it, which I thought was like nobody's seen it, and then I got a lot of flack for saying that. So
No, I've never seen it. Daryl's never seen it. You've never seen it. And has Alex seen it?
Alex hasn't seen it.
And then Kimber apparently is the only one of us who's seen it.
Yeah, but we'll watch it again because I've heard it's good.
Yeah, I've heard it's good too, but I don't know why I never watched it growing up.
I don't know either.
Because I watched literally all the rest of them.
Me too. Even ones that I thought were Disney, but apparently are not Disney.
Really not Disney. So funny.
Well, Disney owns Fox now.
They do. So technically it's Disney now. Just like Anastasia is technically Disney.
She's a Disney princess now. I could go on and on about Anastasia.
Anastasia's fantastic. I don't know if we're going to get these in Lorcana cards.
To be fair, we do have Marvel.
We do have Marvel.
So you never know. Never say never. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Keep track of our social medias because we are going to be posting more hints. We're going to also be posting our giveaway because we've hit 100 followers on all of our social media platforms. So thank you guys so much for your support. We could not do this without you guys. We probably would still try to do this without you guys.
Yes, we would just be talking into the void instead of talking to listeners.
Yes. So I hope to see a lot of you guys who are local out in our theme night coming up. I hope everyone has a great Halloween. I know we'll see you next week, but I like to just cover my bases.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited to have you all hear about our exciting reveal coming down.
We're so excited. And keep guessing because some of you guys are getting close and I love seeing it. So
yeah, some of you are very close.
So yeah, keep guessing. Again, you can follow us on Twitter, the Lorcana Muses Pod. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok at the Lorcana Muses.
And you can always email us at thelorcanamuses@gmail.com.
Hey, happy questing.
Happy questing.